Hey Aries, I'm Lucy Ravenstone and welcome to part 2 of your reading for April. So guys, let's see what's in store. So this reading, part 2, is basically the crossing energies of part 1. So if you haven't seen part 1 first, please go and do that so this will make more sense. But let's just get right into it. So I'm using the Wandering Star Tarot. I kind of really enjoy these cards. I got them for myself over Christmas, and you have a few cards dropping out, which is really interesting. Bear with me a sec, sorry. I'm just going to place them right on there because that is energy. Very interesting start we have for you, Aries. Okay. Okay. Crazy. You have a lot of cards. I was hoping to get through this one quite quickly. I have to pick up my kids in half an hour, and I was hoping to get this done before I go. And you're just throwing me all the cards out. This one. And this one. Okay, interesting. Alright, let's see what's in store. So, kind of how these cards came, I haven't even done it in the same way that I normally have been doing these part 2s for my earth signs. You're the first fire sign, and it kind of is quite different. So I'm going to try, see how it goes with the reading like this. I'm going to pick these cards up. Okay, so between the Page of Wands energy and that reverse Devil card, so this is kind of the wanting to be adventurous, but the thing that could potentially be in our way was kind of just checking our bad habits and bad cycles and patterns and make sure we're not repeating those negative cycles. And what is influencing you with that is all of this. So you have a lot of energy here. So firstly, the Justice card. So this is a balance of something. This to me is like something has happened that has kind of brought a revelation, and you've made a judgment around it and you're able to move forward now. And that's what's really influencing this adventurous side of yourself right now. The next card is the Six of Pentacles. This is all about family, giving. It is balance card again. Both the Justice and this card is about a balance. So what's influencing you? It's kind of like a balancing of something. And it feels like something actually coming into a reality, like kind of coming into something which is coming from a place of wholesome. So it's able to balance out now. Like before it was in balance, I feel like this could be this kind of revelation, something that's been revealed to you, it created this kind of openness that's able to balance the scales now. Like before there was an imbalance, and this has created this. The Six of Pentacles is kind of the wanting for family and something like giving and receiving. So it is very much a balance of that abundance, and that's what's driving you right now in this adventurous energy. And this is where we have to be careful of the bad negative patterns, because this is going to imbalance you if you allow yourself to go through the same cycles before. So again, we touched on this being potentially relationship orientated in part 1, and that's sort of to me saying that you're in balance right now. Where you're at is in that balance. If you allow yourself to negative think and allow that to come into that relationship aspect, you're going to create that imbalance. And that's why the Devil card reverse is telling you to just watch yourself and ensure you don't allow those negative thought patterns to ruin, and actually the word was sabotage yourself that I said in the last reading. Temperance is literally the card of balance. So again, it's creating balance. There's balance. What's influencing you right now is this balance. Something has really brought balance into your life, and I feel like this is what's making you kind of feel this cheeky, anything is possible vibe. And yeah, I feel like there's this emotional balance with this temperance, and this is what you desire, is this emotional balance. And I feel like this is you being on top of the world, you feeling balanced, not imbalance, but in balance with your emotions right now. And this is a healing time for you. This is kind of something that I want to say feels unexpected. Now this to me, it was come to me like this, and how I held it was reversed. I'm coming up with all these words today. Reversed. And so it's giving me this kind of vibe of this is where you want to be. This is a desire of this emotional balance, this desire of healing. And I feel like it is a healing time, like what's happening to you right now and making you feel this kind of really I keep coming back to cheeky. So something's making you feel cheeky. And that to me is exciting feeling. So what is this kind of healing thing you're going through that's kind of healing trauma from your life. And this could perhaps as well. This is what I was looking for, Aries, when I was reading these cards, was some in a kind of guidance, more getting into it deep. And this to me is feeling like the bad pattern is something you're healing from, like this situation, this energy that you're in right now is actually healing you from that past trauma. This is actually really good for you to get that emotional balance that you perhaps has just been really imbalanced for so long. This is kind of something that's is a positive influence for you. Now these cards that dropped out, I placed them between the next row, so I'm going to apply them as well when I get to that again. So I may repeat this, and that means you're supposed to hear it like this. Again, the creator, this energy is you taking charge. Now the creator she's coming into her own. She is choosing herself. She's choosing a path that is in alignment with herself. She's no longer choosing the storms that other people throw at her, the storms and battles. Like, it's kind of like she's fed up of having to go through battles and battles to get to where she wants to be. And now she's creating this path and she's making it become a reality. She's following her dreams and she's daring to dream, and she's nurtured along the way. She's guided, and she's choosing love to be that path. Like, that is the vibe I'm getting for you. Like, I really, Aries, this is a great time for relationships for you, which is great birthday vibes as well. I'm definitely getting an April vibe. April Aries vibe is all about love, relationships, connections. So again, if you're not looking for love, this could be a really exciting time for new love coming in. If you're in a relationship, it could be a healing of that. Oh no, it might rain. I can hear thunder. Speaking of storms, so keep that in mind. I'm actually really loving this energy that you're in right now, Aries. Like, April's your month. Okay, so the crossing energy, which goes from those bad patterns, those cycles that you need to be conscious of not sabotaging yourself with, and moving on to the time to no longer rest upon it, no longer allow yourself to keep thinking and overthinking things. We're moving out of that energy now. That's your guidance for the month, was to move away from that, allowing yourself to just stay in the thought process and allow yourself to just be like, I'm just thinking on it, I'll see where it goes. This is now a time for you to actually take action. And what's influencing that is and restlessness. We have a snake in this card, and I feel like that could be meaningful to some of you as well. Is a snake represents wisdom. It can represent a person who is wise, or a person who might just be a bit more knowledgeable around something than you, or a teacher, a leader, or a revealing of something. So apply that to the situation that makes sense with you for this reading. But yeah, what's influencing you is like a loss of something, and I definitely, this is giving me that trauma healing. It's what's driving you to no longer sit on something is that this is a healing time for you, and you're transforming, and you're kind of no longer wanting to stay in that trauma anymore. You want to be healed, you want to move forward, and that's what's really pushing you to take action during this time. This is going to push you away from that repeating of old patterns and towards taking action and no longer overthinking. And that is, to me, is part of an insight to what these patterns are, is an overthinking and self-sabotage. It's that upheaval and that restlessness to ensure that's not going to happen. It's making you choose to move forward towards this Ace of Wands, which represented you building something afresh, you starting to grow something from the ground up, and it's coming from an enlightened space. Like, this is you evolving, this is you growing, and it really just feels like a new you. It's not new. You're unwrapping you're kind of shedding those layers, shedding that snake skin to reveal that kind of shiny new you that was there the whole time. It was in you. And this could be actually you, as I said that, what popped into my mind, Aries, was perhaps like there's an aspect of yourself you've been hiding, and this is now you choosing to embrace that. And we had embrace in part one, if you watched part one, that embracing something in order to move forward and achieve all the goals that you desire in that adventurous self. it's embracing something, and I feel like it's embracing who you are and your desires and your wants, rather than allowing them to slip between your fingers, because you have a grasp on it, on what you're growing. You have a grasp on it. It's not slipping between your fingers. So don't let those bad habits, that devil card, kind of make it slip between your fingers. Hold on tight, which is what is next, is that Page of Wands leads us towards that. You're going from this new beginning, to the page where you're willing to take on the journey, and you're holding on tight to what it is that you're creating for yourself. So that's like really amazing. Okay, so the crossing energies are these exact same cards that you had in the beginning. So those crossing energies are crossing from that Ace of Wands to that page. So again, what is making you that Ace of Wands, which is the holding on to something, the growing of something, starting something new and exciting, and then getting to that point where your hands are on it and you are taking charge, you are making sure that you are nourishing and nurturing this into existence. It is this Justice card, this balance, this equality. There's this something in your life that you've just been craving for, and this is you kind of being allowed to this, like it's coming to I want to say, I'm kind of getting this envision of like putting something before a jury, and this is like mentally, like you have this conflict in your mind, and it's gone before a jury, and this is the outcome. It's led you towards this. The jury has voted, which is you voted and chose something which is going to create this balance and equality in your lifetime, in your life. Which will give you the family, the love, the respect that you desire. And you're going to have this kind of balance here, which takes you from something being new to being exactly where you need to be. It's this balance. You have balance, temperance, literally the card of balance. And you have a lot of air in you, which is going with the flow, but kind of like it may feel fast, because we have a lot of air, and to me air moves quickly. It can change at any moment. It can feel like a slight breeze, and it's fun and delicate and teasing, but it gets deep really fast because the winds blow and push you in a direction, and it can be so intense. And these are the vibes I'm getting here with this air sign movement. That's the vibes I'm getting from this Ace of Wands. Whatever it is that you choose to grow, it's going to be fast, but it's going to be light. It is literally like the air. It will feel like a breath of fresh air, that it's exciting. It can change at any moment. It's not just like a stagnant contentment. I feel like the direction you're going is giving you that adventurous that you desire, which is why these cards are literally the crossing energy that's influencing both areas of this. Again, the creator, being that you are the one creating this, you have chosen this, you are choosing it. It's not just falling on your lap. Like, I feel like with that Justice card, it may have fallen on your lap. It was unexpected. It was like revelationary for you, but it's made you be able to be the leader in your life, instead of relying on other people to do that thinking for you, or to choose where you're going to go. It's you actually being able to be this creator. And it feels like this is like, with this choice that you make, it's making you be able to take on that role of no longer somebody else going to take charge. Like, you have a voice here. You have a voice, with this being relationship based, mainly, like the vibe I was getting from it. So for those of you either in a relationship or creating something, this is you having a voice moving into this. This is balance. You are going to have an equal voice here, and it's going to be refreshing, and it's going to be exciting. So from the Page of Wands to Strength, we have two cards again that came through. So we have the Three of Cups, and we have the World Cup. So the Three of Cups, sometimes this represents women as well, and a coming together of women. Keep that in mind, Aries. So this goes from you moving forward and being innocent, and willing to explore and kind of move into this with that. And I remember the Strength card represented another person being your protector, someone who's going to nurture you, and your inner lion. And I feel like, as well as I'm saying that, it's being accepting of exactly who you are, which is really exciting, Aries, for any of you that's getting into something new, or for those of you that are working on a relationship. This month could be really great for your relationship, because it's a coming together of family. So the Three of Cups can literally mean that as well. It is a social moment. It's a coming together. It is about joy, friendships, family, and kind of that good social vibe. It can be a collaboration as well. So it could be that this month is a month of collaboration for you. Next is the World, which means that you have the Family card and you have the World. This is exactly what you've wanted the whole time. Now with that Justice card, it may have been that this is something that was upheavaled and changed the way things are. So I kind of get a scenario. For example, you expected something to go a certain way. So let's say that you and your partner have chosen to upheaval your life, and it took you on an unexpected route and things weren't going the way you are. But this decision, this growing of something, is leading you towards all that you ever desired. Family times, of being closer to your daughter. And actually I can apply this to somebody who I know in real life. And if you're watching this, this is for you. She did just that actually. And I think she is an Aries, interestingly. So maybe that's why that came into my head, because you're going to be watching this. So listen to this. But yeah, she wanted to be closer to her daughter. So this moving of the family and traveling was something that she was hoping for. And I feel like this is now where you can appreciate that. You're able to have one-on-one. So this could be have a mother-daughter day. If you are watching this, go and do that. But yeah, this is a coming together. I'm definitely getting a feminine vibe from this. It's going to be successful as well. So relationship vibes, if this is you and this is a relationship, and bearing in mind for you, if this is a mother-daughter relationship, that is still a relationship and it's a loving space, and that can give you that loving vibe. So for those of you that that is nothing to do with my relationship, it can be a relationship with somebody, a friend, a loved one. So bear that in mind with the guidance and apply it to your own situation. Remember that this is a general reading for all areas, so you need to apply it to your life. But yeah, the rewards are going to be great. The World Cup is literally success. This is everything you ever wanted, and it can be that your desires, and it's not even saying it can be, it's saying this is going to be great for you. It's leading you towards something good. So that person who is willing to nurture and love you for your inner lion, so for all of your flaws, all of your passions, your strengths and weaknesses that you see as weaknesses. I feel like this person can literally be your world, be everything you ever wanted. So that is I'm loving that for you, Aries, really loving that. Moving on to the next column, I'm going to have to send a text in a moment to ask my mom if she can get the kids before it rains. And I can continue. Okay, so we have the Seven of Swords and that Justice card. So this was kind of something being mysterious, being revealed, has kind of influenced you and moved you towards something that's kind of giving you happiness now. It's bringing you a freedom, actually, is kind of what I'm vibing for you right now. And we have the Five of Wands. Now this is kind of so this whole column was kind of inner turmoil. So this is the influence for this is you to and fro, and I feel like that's literally what this is saying, is you are kind of in that space of something being hidden in secrecy, something that you maybe not ashamed is not the word I want to say, but there's something you don't want to reveal, or that's influencing you in a way that it's like a secret or a dirty secret, and that's kind of influencing you in a bad way. But you have this balance of it, but it's giving you happiness. These two situations, or these two aspects of a situation, is what's influencing you right now in that. It's kind of what's creating this next moment, which is the Five of Wands, which I'll move on to that influence card in a second. I feel like this is you going from being completely happy, but there being this niggle here, and it's kind of influencing you in that justice of that judgment card of you judging yourself. So it's you're judging yourself harshly for being happy, or you're casting a shadow upon your happiness, casting a shadow upon your situation. So have a think on that, because that's not a good space to be in. So from that judgment of you being happy and having this freedom and finally feeling free and joyous is the vibe I'm getting in that. And again, we have the new beginning aspect of the butterfly I remember touching on. To then being this gossip, this people's opinions, and I feel like that's what the shadow of doubt. It's what other people might think, or what you will think based on that same way of thinking. This is the shadows upon you. So the crossing energy of that is balance and harmony. Okay, so what's influencing is like you want to be harmonious in your life, and that's why there's these scales, because it's creating that disharmony. So that's what's influencing your kind of back and forth of choosing which side to choose as these decisions to make. Now that is moving you on to that 10 of Cups. So the decision you make for yourself is going to be the best one, but you're in this turmoil right now. So what's influencing that is your desire for kind of this easy life. I feel like you want something that's going to be easy, and that's what's like, you're wondering which one is going to be that for you, which is interesting because I'm getting this kind of sense of you are just so unsure. So remember that guidance from part 1, which was write about your thoughts and feelings. Get them out on paper if that's what you need. So what's influencing you, the energies around the 10 of Cups and this Knight of Swords. So this is you being content, happiness, and having all that you desire, or at least things being happy and family orientated in that way, to then you choosing your path and choosing to not allow others to influence you. It's the Knight of Pentacles. It's you wanting, the energy around that is you kind of grasping onto your abundance, your prosperity, is you choosing to shine, you choosing to not blend in and not just live the mundane kind of routineness that other people pressure you and that you pressure you. Because I really feel your influence here is that you put a pressure on yourself to kind of hold back from something. And this is saying that this is the Knight of Pentacles, and again you have the Knight of Swords and Knight of Pentacles, and this is because you are choosing to take charge of your abundance and your prosperity. You're choosing your path that's going to lead you to the best outcome for yourself, and it's kind of like you just driving forward. The influence is really that warrior, that kind of fighter in you, that passion that's going to kind of choose a path that you're willing to fight for, you're willing to keep hold of, to kind of grasp. Interesting. Okay, so the energy between that Knight of Swords and then towards these, and we have 2 cards here. I'm reading it like this. Okay, so the Knight of Swords towards that person. So there's you choosing to go towards this person, which is that that loyalty, that commitment, that person who is going to be that Queen of Wands for you. What is crossing that path is a desire. You desire this person. You want this person. And the snake is here again. This snake is like, it's wise, and it's choosing out from a place of knowing and knowledge. And I feel like this snake is really relevant to you, because you do have it in several places where it's really stood out to me. And this snake is on your shoulder. They are supportive of you. They are kind of just hugging you as well. In the imagery, I'll show you, it's like the snake is on your shoulder. They've got your back. And they are hugging your arm, they're holding on to you, and this is giving me the same vibes of the cat in the other card, where the cat is holding onto your leg and hugging you. It's like they want you and they want to be there and they want to be supportive of you. So they are just wrapped around your shoulders, comforting you on this way. Now it feels like this is again an aspect of you choosing something. We have a rose here which has thorns, and this is like you being indecisive. This is you kind of worrying about something. Now the snake is not even looking at that. It's not bothered about that. It's not worried about that. It's your worries, and this snake is going to be in your ear, supporting you along the way towards that person that you desire, but towards your desires actually, and kind of like it feels like they're just a guiding. So with this snake representing wisdom, I feel like there could be a supporting person that may actually be a voice of wisdom for you towards the right choices that will lead you towards that commitment, which came up in the Archangel Michael cards in part 1 in the same position. Okay, so I have the 3 of Pentacles here, which comes for this person. This is a 3 of Pentacles. So this person, it's going to be successful. This person is also a teacher. So this person is a snake. Because this person is a teacher. The 3 of Pentacles means that it's kind of like a building of something. It means success. It means growth. Like something is going to grow into something towards abundance, towards fertility, towards everything you desire is what I'm feeling with the way this is flowing. This is the last card, so this is the goal, this is the future, towards the end of April of where you're at. It's saying that, and I want you to point to this little heart. This is what's really kind of like, this is love for you in the relationship aspect, in the friendship aspect, in that whatever it is that you are creating in your life this month that's surrounding you with those romance angels. This is it. This is saying that it's the Three of Pentacles. It is here to bring you abundance. It is earthy. It is grounding. It is solid. It's something you can rely on. And it is something that's going to help just build something. Something in your life is building of something. I really keep getting this building, this growing, these foundations it's growing up from. I'm getting this visualization of literally roses growing from the ground and flourishing into this beautiful bush. And actually I'm also getting them growing in together and entwining, kind of to create an arch, which, you know, that's something that's really beautiful for me. Like, I love the roses that go over the little fences and you walk underneath them and it's all pretty. And that's the visualization. Feels like growing of something and a coming together of something. Roses, being red roses in my imagery, I'm really getting this love building for you in April. So April's amazing for you, Aries. I'm actually kind of jealous. Can I have your reading instead? But yeah, thank you very much, guys. Please leave me feedback if you like these part 1s and part 2s. I'm kind of enjoying it, I must say. But yeah, all feedback is greatly appreciated. And I'll see you next month. Thank you so much, Aries.